Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm the Imperial Jedi. I appreciate you making your way on over here. This is the first episode of our Let's Play Planet Coaster series, and honestly, I'm looking so forward to doing this. This game has been we played the alpha, we played the beta, and it's finally time for the release, so I'm just dying to see, what's new and everything. So my goal, I guess, for this series is just to make something that's really just aesthetically nice. I'm not too concerned, I'd say, with the financials. So as a result, we're playing just in sandbox mode, unlimited money, that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, let's try and build some custom buildings whenever we can. We'll definitely build some custom roller coasters because that's, I think, most of the fun right there. And just a few things like this, right? Like I'm going to be maybe doing some of this stuff off camera just for speedy's sake. But right here, this is our entrance to the park, so I can just kind of give you guys an idea of what my style and everything's going to be. So this is pretty cool. So of course, when we open, this is where people are going to come, they'll pay, but not in our scenario, but just in general. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with this, and it's well lit, so at night it looks pretty cool too. And with just like anything with the game, you can actually upload this to the workshop. So if you guys are a fan, of any of my creations, just let me know, and I'll happily start a Steam page, or we can start a workshop page or something, or just something like that, right? And I can share some links and whatnot with you guys. I'm getting a little bit too far to control here. Okay, so let's put the lighting back to where it was. And let's just start building. So I think what we're going to do for our little start right here is just some shops and facilities, just so that, when we do get some people kind of coming in, they're not going to immediately leave, just in case they need to go to the washroom or whatever. And then, sometimes whenever possible, we might maybe use some of the pre-made ones, but if we don't like the look of them, we'll probably make one of our own. Like some of these ones here that are kind of neutral, I like. And maybe some of the themed ones later on, but I do want to maybe try my hand at making a few just generic things. Okay, so speaking of which, let's start by doing a custom washroom here. You might call it a restroom wherever you live, or a bathroom, depends. But and then sometimes I might just swap in between those words. So. Okay, so let's let's have a little bit of fun. Let's make this one a bit bigger because it is going to be the first main one in the park. So I'm sure more people will be going to that. Let's stretch that a little more. And don't let all these designs and options kind of intimidate you. They're basically just clones of each other, and once you kind of get the feel for what you're after, it's pretty easy to move through. Okay. Whenever possible, I'll try and explain kind of my logic behind what I'm doing. Just to give you guys, some friendly tips and that kind of stuff. But I'm just kind of going for just kind of a clean kind of a stark medical look almost for the washroom. And you can see I'm just putting these inner walls in right here because if we don't, then you can kind of see inside. Takes away from the magic, And then something that I did on this side, I didn't on that side, was a little bit of a recess. There we go. And for this building, we actually don't need to worry about the inside. I'm just putting those there just for framing's sake for the roof, so we get some snap points. There, now our archways look kind of cool because they're just sticking out like that. Yeah, good start like that. Okay, let's put in some signage just so people know what's going on with this building. Oh, that's pretty nice. And I'm probably going to light this up, I think. Because why not? Okay, let's see this at night just so we get a better reference here. So currently it's a white light. I think we're going to switch that to just kind of like a soft blue. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Okay, so some more signs. Because I plan on putting pathways behind the building, I'm just going to throw a few of these on top. So if you're kind of walking, towards it, you have an idea of what this is. There we go. That's kind of the right angle, I think so. I think that one might be a little bit more. Yeah, a bit better, I think. You know, whenever possible, we'll just try and make things, you know, symmetrical and that kind of stuff. There. Excellent. Done like dinner. And so it's cool, right? You can just see, you can clone them, you can save them as a blueprint, like that kind of stuff. You can move the whole building. So what we'll probably end up doing is maybe making some clones of this later, and we'll do a smaller version where it's just one entrance, and then we can just use that throughout. And that way we have like a nice uniform kind of theme happening in some of our buildings. But like we won't, you know, we won't build them all, right? Because then it ends up taking a little bit too long. Now, as far as the paths go, I don't really like to have a like any dead ends. And I think it's pretty inefficient, especially with a theme park. In case you guys want to see what this looks like. It's cool, right? I like that. All right, well, let's throw the sun up a little bit easier, I think, for building. Love just being able to do that. Oh, and of course, the sun is setting. Well, the if you don't set the time yourself, it'll fast switch over the evenings. Anyway, so I'm not going to bother making like a little ring road system just yet, because I'm not really worried too much about like money and objectives and things. But if we were, then I'd probably complete the circle right now with our pathways. But my goal is just to kind of work our way slowly through. And I'm trying to find a spacing point that's kind of even, like what we have on that side, but looks like that's going to be a bit challenging. Oh, actually, you know what we could do is line that up with that one. There we go. There. And then this gives us a chance to put in some stalls and more shops and that kind of stuff right here. And some benches and then some scenery and everything too. So why don't we just put one more path through here? Oh, it's just a little bit crooked. That's kind of weird. That's a bit better. Okay, yeah, so just, in the name of time, we'll probably use some of the pre-made ones here and there. Like I was saying, I do like the look of some of them, because they do kind of fit the same kind of style and colors that we're using. Interesting that I can't get that to line up. That could be annoying. I wonder why that's crooked for us. Maybe we can just change the angle snap. There we go. No problem. Always a backup plan. And you do want a little bit of room for a lineup, so let's maybe do that. And then I want to maybe put some hedges or something just alongside of this. And whenever possible, like I don't want to say I want to take the world's longest amount of time doing it, but I do want to just kind of be diligent and just add some nice things here and there. Especially when it comes to nature. Because I think, if we don't keep up with it, it's just going to seem like a really daunting task. But if we do like little bits at a time, then we can just kind of motor on through it. And it doesn't have to be anything too crazy. Just like even little things like that, Just some casual trees in the background too. I guess part of it has to be planted underground. That's kind of cool. I might rotate that a bit just so it's not not touching there. And if I'm going to be dropping a lot of the same type of tree, I'll definitely have a tendency to rotate it around. That way it doesn't look too redundant. Maybe we can use a different type of path just through here. Because what would be kind of nice to have would be just somewhere for, yeah, like picnic tables, like that kind of stuff, right? We'll probably use some benches. Just somewhere for people to, like, you know, eat and hang out and like that kind of stuff. Let's see if we can just throw in some just random stuff here. Actually, ideally what I would like is, yeah, just like some lampposts. There we go. There, that's kind of a nice little setting so far. See what this looks like at night. Just our little test right here. Yeah, that's really nice. Okay, again, so not, I mean, not overboard, but just little things like this. I just want to kind of, you know, be diligent, because just look at how much nicer it looks. That was just a couple minutes right there. It doesn't have to be too busy. And again, maybe some stuff I'll probably do off camera, just in the interest of saving time. Or we can just make some little snippets, like that kind of stuff, and we'll just maybe showcase stuff afterwards, right? But all right, well, let's get in a few more of the basics here. Probably can't fit. We can. Chief beef, that was really good. I like that. It fits well with the way the what was that right there? Sci-fi. We already have a chief beef, so let's put something else in. Is that what we just put there? Yes, it was. I think actually, you know, that'd probably be better. Like this, and then maybe we can do, no, I take that back. Let's have it line up with this. And then we'll just do some scenery stuff just to the left of it. Oh, that's cool. I think we're going to stick to a little bit more of a nature-y kind of theme to just to kind of everything. Which is definitely fine by me. Let's throw a few rocks down too. Ooh, actually I like the idea of that bigger one. Probably overlap a few of these. Make them seem like they're kind of part of the same little cluster almost. That's kind of neat. And we are in like a northern map, so we should be using some pine trees. And we'll just move this one a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Just, I mean, again, little things, doesn't have to be too crazy. I just think it does start to add up. And then, you know, throughout the whole park, if we just stick to a common theme, then everything will start to look kind of nice, I think. All right, well, let's, I mean, we got the basics down. Actually, I think we just need an ATM and a first aid. Just a Caribbean-themed one. Interesting. Or a pirate-themed. Well, can we make our own little building? I think we can. Let's just do that really quickly. It's like whenever I don't like whatever the default is, that's when we can try making our own. No, I wonder if I can get... Yeah, these angle snaps have just somehow messed everything up. I don't know what it was. I don't think our first aid building is going to be overly large. I also don't think that's enough space there, so I take that back. But that could say be like over here if we wanted to. Okay, so let's get some walls and everything in place here. And again, we'll just kind of go for that same color scheme and everything because, you know, it just makes things really easy, right? I think that's the color we want, right? Yeah, that's the one. Actually, let's put in our archway first. Oops. And actually, you know what we could do? I'll show you guys a cool little trick. This is what I did to get these windows over over there, and just in case you guys are wondering how that was done. No, where on earth are those things? Oh, here they are. Oh, these are the ones. So you put that in place first, and then you go and find your frame. There we go. Like one of the storefront shops. There we go. It just makes it seem like there's windows now in the building. So I think I like that look a bit more. So let's keep that. And then we probably could use one of these roofs just so we can kind of keep in the same theme. But I'll probably end up using a lot of that flat metal roof and that color option too. And I didn't use this last time, so let's see if I can just get this to work on the get-go here. If it not, then we'll abandon the plan. Just looks like it has a better fit on the other side for some reason. Maybe like it sticks out over there or whatever. I don't know if this is the way to go. Let me remove these. Just try putting the actual roof tile piece on, and then we'll just see what that looks like. Because I don't remember having to do any of this stuff with the other ones, right? Oh, it's a lighter color. Yeah, we'll just do that. This is a lot easier. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's put in some signage just so people again know what's going on over here. A first aid sign. Put that on the side of the building. And actually, let's line these up. Just say it's in the middle of that thing right there. That one was close, very close, but yeah, that's about right. You notice how our walls are, they don't seem to line up there. That's interesting. Oh, that side is, okay. Good thing we found that again. That's probably explaining why the other thing wasn't lining up. So if anyone who did drop me a comment there, I appreciate that, guys. But I guess we found it fast enough. Yeah, there we go. And then, you know what we probably should do is the same thing here on the back with the kind of fake windows. And then that way it's, you know, a little bit more, looks a little bit cleaner, I think. And they have the same kind of style on both sides. And then because of the arch, I think what we're going to do is bring that wall piece just out by one. And that way it's even on both sides. Yeah, just like that. Perfect. We don't get to see the window there, but, you know, just in case we want to reuse the blueprint later, right? Alright, works for me. And then why don't we hang, just say that, just a little bit offset in the front. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's perfect. So let's do a little bit of lighting here, and I think we're good. I possibly want to try using maybe a little bit of red or something to illuminate the this thing right here. Our little red cross, as it were. Our first aid symbol, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. So yeah, just like a soft red like that, I guess. And, you know, let's just do our little nighttime check and see how it looks. Oh, cool. Like, actually really cool. Let's grab that recent one. Now, is that a little purple looking, I wonder? Someone definitely seems to be getting a little more purple in it. I don't know how that's happening, but I think we're going to stick with it regardless. I like that red more. Interesting. Well, I guess either way we're going to go with it, but maybe it's because of that purple over here that there's kind of like a bleed through or something, but either way, pretty neat. All right, back to daytime. Actually, you know what? I think we just need one more light over here, just so we have something, just so people can kind of see it coming towards them. And again, just so we can kind of stick with the theme as the other buildings when we go like that. And just to illuminate the pathway. There. Done and done. Cool, so let's put an ATM right next to this guy here. And then I think we're going to drop down our first ride. Actually, maybe we can do a roller coaster. Let's try one of those. And I think what we're going to do, just for speed's sake, is I'll drop down one of the pre-made ones, and we'll just ride that first person. And I think that's going to be how we're going to end the first episode. And if you guys have any suggestions for the type of roller coaster we should make in the second episode, you just let me know in the comments, and then we can kind of start with that. Just so you know, we can kind of see a roller coaster in action. That's kind of my plan here. What am I looking for? An ATM. I don't want entertainment. That's the one I'm looking for. ATM. So these we can just literally put anywhere. Hopefully it looks clean, please and thank you. And if we want, we can build like a really complex building around it, but I'm not really going to bother. I just want a few of these, just kind of here and there, just for the moments. So even just one for us to start, that's fine. But I mean, like, that's not too bad. I kind of like where we're going. I'm liking everything so far. Okay, so these are the pre-made coasters. Some of them are pretty crazy. So let's put one down and let's ride this out. I've always been a really big fan of wooden roller coasters, so I'd love to see that in here. And I think for us to get this to work, we're gonna need to be slightly elevated. But I don't necessarily want to be. I want to be maybe a bit closer to ground level. So let's see how far we can get down here. Awesome. Okay, so we'll continue our pathway through here. And this will be kind of like the main path. Okay, we'll just go like that. Great, and then we'll just have these two connect. Awesome. And then there we go, just get rid of that last little bit. Perfect. Actually, that looks really sharp. I like that. All right, let's drop in an entrance and an exit so our people can obviously get in and out. Or on and off. That probably makes more sense. Actually, let's go one unit at a time here. Let's just come down with some stairs. And, you know, instead of just going down as like just a straight, boring old path, maybe we can curve a little bit. And then this can split in half or something, I don't know. That's a little bit better. So I just don't want these paths just to be, you know, useless and whatever, nothing, right? And then at the same time, I don't necessarily want them to be maybe too narrow, so I won't make these, you know, too much longer than just this. Otherwise, we have too much of a bottleneck. So, got to keep those long roads whenever, or wide paths whenever possible. Okay, so let's now just drop down a pathway, and that's going to be our queue. That's what I'm looking for. That's the word. I guess we can match the color scheme of that if we want to. Actually, I think black looks kind of cool too. And then same idea. We just want to give ourselves a little bit of a challenge. Maybe not make too boring of a path here. So we can always do something fun with the decorations of this eventually. But I think maybe we'll save that for the next episode. And you can see you get graded too, right? So right now, you know, queue scenery, it's getting 0. So that's no surprise to us. All right, well, let's set up a test here. And we'll check this out first person. And I'll see you on the other side, guys. Wish me luck here. Or I guess I wish us all luck. I enjoy the audio of this game. Like, it just gets such a feel for being on the roller coaster. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, this is definitely something I would ride in real life. I was kind of actually thinking maybe it would be a little bit more intense, but you know, not too bad. So I think we can open that, and that's officially the first ride in the park. And I think that's where we're gonna end things off for our first episode, guys. And you know, when we come back in the next episode, you guys let me know what style of roller coaster you want, just so we kind of take a look at them again. Lots of options here. So if we're gonna do a custom, it's like, you know, literally tons of options. So if you guys want, you can always pause right here, just, you know, so you can read the names or whatever. And then just, yeah, feel free to make a comment in the you know, obviously in the comments section. And if you guys see one that you like, you can obviously hit the like button on it and then vote in that sense. And I'll try and pick one from the comments, and we'll have our hand at a custom build on one. And then whenever we do end up using the pre-made stuff like this, we can always make some scenery and some fun stuff, kind of build it, you know, around that. And, you know, next episode we'll work on staff and, you know, just making things a little bit, you know, more efficient and cleaner and this and that. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out. This is the end of episode 1, and I look forward to reading the comments. So let me, you know, let at 'em. All right, guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.